KVCR. It's dedicated to arts and entertainment in our region and the people and places providing it. Lillian also spoke recently with Mario Frangoulis, a Greek tenor, and this was as he was completing a PBS special, which has been shown on KVCR TV, Channel 24 in a lot of cases, and probably will be shown again. But the thing is, Mario will be coming to the area rather soon.
That's right, May 11th, David. He'll be performing with a special guest who will be coming with him from Greece, another gentleman, and there'll be an orchestra, and it's going to be a fantastic show at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium on May 11th. KVCR has tickets for this event. We're one of the sponsors of this event. One ticket to this in orchestra seating at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium on May 11th is at the $100 pledge level. Or if you'd like to get a ticket and meet this wonderful tenor, he's a super friendly guy and a fantastic talent, those tickets are at the $125 level. You'll be able to meet him and visit with him after the show, probably take a photo with him. KVCR will be there, and we're going to have a great time. It's going to be a great evening of music. He sings a lot of show tunes. He sings some pop hits. He also sings some opera classics, and just a great vocal talent. You can hear it right now in the background.
Phenomenal stuff there. And I want to mention, by the way, again, before we get too far away from it, if you go to kvcr.org/arts, okay, kvcr.org/arts, you will be able to see an example, or actually several examples, of Grant's artwork, some of which is some of the art that is on display in the region this month. Again,
that's Lillian Vasquez's son,
right.
Grant.
This is the art that she was talking about that is on display throughout the Inland Empire during this month for Autism Awareness Month. kvcr.org/arts. Give us a call, 877-512-8843, or go to kvcr.org. But now going to an interview, Lillian Vasquez now, with Mario Frangoulis, just after his PBS special.
Well, what a beautiful concert. What I'd like to ask you first is kind of tell me a little bit about each of the guests, because I'm sure you took some special thought in selecting these guests to be a part of it. Tell me a little bit about them and what they bring to the concert for you.
It's very important for such an amazing event to have your close friends, people that you know you can trust, that you've worked with before, people that you have a kind of chemistry on stage. And these are all my friends. These are people I've worked with in the past. Hayley Westenra, for example, is amazing. I've known her since she was 16, 17 years old. We did one of her first tours in England, you know, Liverpool, Manchester, London, everywhere she played, I was her guest in her concerts. And we've always had an amazing relationship. She's so good on stage, very generous, very beautiful. She was also part of a group called the Celtic Women at some point.
I think I've heard of that.
A group of beautiful singers and just amazing style. And she's great to work with. And she's here with us again in this concert, the Boston Pops, which for me is a great honor and a great pleasure to be performing. Of course, Alkistis Protopsaltis from Greece.
No, say that a little slower for me.
Alkistis Protopsaltis.
Yes, tell me about her.
Alkistis is our national treasure. Alkistis is a tour de force on stage. You know, she's like what you would call your Liza Minnelli, for example. She's our Liza Minnelli. It's that kind of very theatrical, very giving, very powerful lady on stage. Beautiful voice. You know, I always say she wakes the angels up with the tone of her voice and that amazing personality. The young George Paris. And George Paris is the newer generation. He's half French, half Greek. His mother is a French writer, Joël Lopinot. He's just released his first album, Francophone, in all the Francophone countries. A French album, beautiful songs, original songs. And so he's been one of my protégés for many, many years, and is doing us the honor to be part of this event. We performed many times for the last few years. Beautiful voice, great stage presence, and I think someone that everybody should watch out for. And of course, the great Stéphane Mocchio. Stéphane Mocchio, who composed beautiful things. He composed The Face. Again, one of the most amazing Canadian composers. He composed the music for the Olympic Games just a few years ago in Canada. A wonderful person, you know, and Beautiful Things, which was the title of the whole album, is something he believes truly in. You know, he has a small note that says Beautiful Things, that has all the lyrics of the song pinned on his wall as you enter his studio, because he truly believes in beautiful things, and I'm very happy to have him.
You sing in so many languages or perform. It's Greek, English, Italian, Spanish, and French. I'm not going to ask you what your favorite is, but maybe what each of them bring to you when you perform in that particular language.
You know, from a technical point of view as a singer, it's good to sing in pure vowels. So A, E, I, O, U, basically. So Greek language is my favorite on the purity of the vowels, but Italian comes very close. So I'm very much, you know, I've learned from some great Italian masters, Carlo Bergonzi, you know, all the great Italian singers that I've admired so much in the past, like Franco Corelli and Luciano Pavarotti, of course, who I had the pleasure of meeting quite a few times. It's the idea of being able to embrace so many different cultures and traditions in all my travels, and being able to speak their language and understand their norms and their values and their traditions. And I get to meet so many fans traveling all over the world, from Japan to Africa to United States to all the corners of this world. And I think they're all beautiful, and I wish I had the time, or unfortunately you can't learn so many languages in one lifetime, but I do love speaking languages. I did since I was a kid. I would learn a song in French and didn't know what I was talking about for a start. And then I would pursue to learn the language. Same with Spanish. It just makes me feel richer from the inside. It makes me feel like I can communicate with a lot more people.
Well, I think 5 is pretty good. 5 languages
5 is good.
It's pretty doggone good.
I had a little trouble with the Chinese when I was singing.
I was just going to ask you about the Japanese and Chinese.
I sang Chinese. It was 2004, just before the Olympics happened in Athens, and we had some Chinese performers coming from China, amazing talents, you know. Lo Huan and Huan Ying, two great people, one soprano and a tenor. And it was impossible. We were with Nana Mouskouri, representing Greece, and these 2 young performers, amazing performers, were from China. So of course we had to each sing one song from each language. You know, they had to sing a Greek song, we had to sing a Chinese. And it was like probably the most difficult thing I've ever done.
And probably for them as well, I would think.
Probably for them, but again, maybe it's easier to learn a language that flows a little more than have so many consonants in between.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
That's Mario Frangoulis in conversation with Lillian Vasquez. This was recorded in Boston, actually, I believe. We sent a crew out there, including Lillian, and spoke with Mario, or rather Lillian set up this interview with Mario as he was finishing his PBS special, which perhaps many people, many of you listening right now, have seen on KVCR TV. I'm David Fleming, in with Rick Dulock. It's our spring membership campaign here at 91.9 KVCR.
That's right. And David, Lillian and the KVCR TV crew actually was flown out there by Mario Frangoulis and his management to interview him for national pledge breaks for on PBS across the country. So the pledge breaks that we created here in our KVCR TV studio aired all across the country for the Boston Pops program. So just a terrific opportunity for us, and just a great talent to be able to hang out with Mario Frangoulis and support him with the pledge breaks that we did for him from KVCR. Tickets to the concert the concert's coming up May 11th. And that will be at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium. It's going to be a terrific night out. 1 ticket at the $100 level. These are great seats in the orchestra. Very, very good seats in the Pasadena Civic Auditorium. If you can up that pledge by $25 per ticket, we can send you tickets with a meet and greet opportunity so that you can visit with this super talent after the show in the KVCR meet and greet. Call us now to get it started at 877-512-8843. That number again is 877-512-8843. Or click and join at our website, KVCR.org.
We'll go back to this interview in just a second, but we're going to hear just a little bit of his music as we do, and we're going to hear him talking about what a person can expect when they go to one of his shows, and he'll be talking about some of his guests. But one of his tunes, actually, Rick, I'm going to put you on the spot here. We can hear more about this. Pretty much anytime you see Mario Frangoulis, you'll get this song that we're about to hear.
Definitely. Here's to the Heroes, and it was a song that he's made popular, and I believe it was written for him. Here's to the Heroes honors those servicemen and women who fight for freedom all over the world.
Here's to the heroes, those few who dare, heading for glory, living
what a beautiful concert. Share with me how this project, Beautiful Things, came about.
Beautiful Things, well, it's always a search. We search for the songs, we search for the writers, we write to a lot of people, we get thousands of songs, we choose the final 100, then we have the final selection of the last 50, and then it takes at least 2 years to decide on the final 12 or 14 songs for me. It's a great journey, and that's why this is like my third international album. They're all international because they've all been released, but the third big international album after Sometimes I Dream and Follow Your Heart. Because you must be able to embrace all people, all the feelings, the ideas that people have to convey through your singing. You have to embrace everyone through your music. I mean, at least that's what I do. I always try to choose songs that mean something to someone else, not just personal songs written for me and enjoyed by me. There has to be an international message. And this particular album, especially the song Beautiful Things and The Hero Is Inside, was a result of my great friendship with the Horatio Alger Association of Distinguished Americans. I've been an ambassador for the Horatio Alger Association for many, many years, and they have given over $96 million of scholarships to at least 16,000 students every year for better their education, to enhance their lives, and to make sure that they come from their very difficult, adverse situations and create their own circumstances, make something of their lives.
And is that just in Greece, or is that internationally? How is that?
This is mostly a US and now in Canada as well, scholarship association. It's hoping to expand to more countries in the rest of the world. We are discussing all that. I'm basically a spokesman and an ambassador for the Horatio Alger Association, but I feel like we all are ambassadors. I mean, it's all, for me, it's just a title. You just have to really do things. You have to offer your own talent, your own time, your own space, your own goodness into this world. And Horatio Alger Association gives me just that chance.
So it's kind of like tying it close to PBS in that the education and the arts continue and the exposure to younger generations.
Definitely. I think this is the perfect marriage for me of getting the Horatio Alger Association family together with the PBS family and the PBS viewers, because it's all in the, creating awareness and making sure that these young people, whether you're in the arts or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are given the chance when you're 15, 16 years old to go into higher education and really get your life back and make sure that you do something with it. I think it's a great international message. It's a great message from the heart, from us as artists. It's a great offering to the rest of the world, but it's also a great gift for us to not just create our own circumstances career-wise, but to be also in the position to give back to society as much as we were given.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask on a selfish note. You'll be touring, going on a US tour. When I'm talking to our members, what can they expect in that concert?
I think it will be a continuation of what we are performing with Boston Pops. So basically it'll be very, very good music all around.
Well, you're not going to choose poor music.
Definitely in quite a few languages. I think it's important because, once again, I will go to those places. I will go to my fans, as my fans have come to me for so many years, from Mexico to Latin America, of course, you know, Canada, the rest of the US. From corner to corner, I will be singing good music. And I think all my fans will be there, and I will be there for all my fans. I think good music, great guests. I'm hoping in this journey of going through the country to be able to perform some master classes in certain schools. I have performed a few master classes in the last few years, most recently at the Berklee School of Music, where we had young volunteers to come on stage and sing and perform their songs. And I'm hoping to be able to discover young, talented people who I can bring on stage with me in every given location that we go to perform the concerts.
That's beautiful. That's really giving them an opportunity, isn't it?
Yes, I really hope so. I really hope so. I want to be able to do a lot of good, and I really want to be associated with the PBS family because they are amazing people. They have embraced so many people and have given the chance for good music.
Thank you, Mario.
Thank you. Thank you.
As Lillian Vasquez in conversation with Mario Frangoulis, and Mario will be performing in the area in the next couple of months. Opportunities to see him are right here at KVCR. I'm David Fleming in with Rick Duloc.
That's right. You can give us a call right now at 877-512-8843, 877-512-8843, or visit our website at kvcr.org and reserve your seats to see Mario Frangoulis, a fantastic Greek tenor, live in concert at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium on May 11th. Again, the Pasadena Civic Auditorium on May 11th. We have outstanding seats for this concert in the orchestra section at the $100 pledge level, up that to $125 per ticket, and you can meet Mario Frangoulis at our meet and greet event following the concert. 877-512-8843.
Wrapping up this edition of KVCR. It's again dedicated to arts and entertainment in our area and the people and places providing it. Thanks, first of all, to Rick Duloc, who encouraged this program's creation. And now the music heard tonight, if it wasn't Mario Frangoulis in the background right now, it was Sean Longstreet. Thanks to him for providing music for KVCR. Thanks also to Shaylin Blaney, Shaz Salah, Anand Manuel, Lillian Vasquez, Mario Frangoulis himself for arranging that interview and getting everybody there. Thanks also to Grant Weisgarver.
Grant Weisgarver, the artist whose art is displayed during the month of April. It's Lillian Vasquez's son. His art is also on our website at kvcr.org/arts. You'll find several of his drawings there in color. So I hope you'll go and visit that.
Yeah, some of these had been presented to Andre Rieu and other folks in the area. So Grant's art is actually getting out there. Thank you very much for listening. And we've heard from a number of friends in the area. Thank you very much for tuning in to KVC Arts. And thanks for contributing during this spring membership campaign. So many people listen for a number of years before actually giving. And those of you who gave tonight, thank you for stepping forward and breaking that trend.
KVCR.org is our website where you can make your contribution right now. KVCR.org, or call us at 877-512-8843, where you learn something new every day. This is 91.9 KVCR, San Bernardino Riverside, a service of the San Bernardino Community College District. Thanks so much, David, for allowing me to be here.